Hello, I'm Richard Ridge. Primary Stages kicks off their 27th season with the world premiere of Charles Busch's latest, called Olive and the Bitter Herbs, directed by Mark Brokaw. The five-member cast is Dan Butler, David Garrison, Julie Halston, Marsha Jean Kurtz, and Richard Masur. We're here to celebrate with the company on opening night.
It's about a group of people who are in ruts that they think are going to last for the rest of their lives. And I think it's about how there's never any rut that's so deep that you can't get out of it. And all you have to do is open your eyes and look out your window. What attracted me to working on this play was Charles Busch. I think he's a fantastic writer, and nobody can turn a joke like he can.
What a really marvelous thing about a writer, being a writer of comedy, is that it's all a hunch. You know, when you're sitting at the computer, you know, I'm not sitting there, you know, busting a gut laughing. It's more I'm trying to construct a comedy line, and okay, I got to change that word, I got to change this, you know, to get the rhythm right, to get the laugh. So it's not necessarily something that cracks me up, but it's this hunch. And so it's so marvelous, that first performance, when you think, yes, I was right there. Yes, I was right there. I was right there. It's a wonderful feeling. Julie Halston, this is the 10th role I've written for her. And in some ways, I think it might be the best part I've written for her. It gets so close to who she is, and so many things that I love about her. And actually, there's a number of lines she says in the play that I just totally took from her conversations. It's just her. It's sort of interesting seeing her on stage, actually saying her own lines. You know, so yeah, and you know, I wanted to write a play that would show just kind of this wonderful warmth, caregiving side of Julie that people don't often see.
It's been really amazing. You know, comedy it's very precise, and working with Charles is always a joy. I mean, he's like my dearest friend and you know, the man who gave me a career, but you know, comedy can be very, you know, and this is once again, another fast-paced kind of thing, and it's a little different character for me, so I had to really change my rhythms a little, and but I have to say it's been very rewarding.
This group of people, and I'm not just talking about the cast, which is, as you can see on stage, is really woven tightly together, but I'm talking about Mark and Charles and the whole crew. We really have been incredibly easy in each other's company through the whole process and had a great time. So this is just kind of the cherry on top of the cake as far as we're concerned. Charles did an unbelievably brilliant job of winnowing stuff out, adding new stuff, finding how the characters lived and breathed. I think it's become richer, it's become much funnier. Even though it was always funny, it's become much funnier, much more specific, and much more. There's nothing in here that doesn't need to be in here to tell the story, and that's unusual. And I've had friends who've come to see it who have said this is the most satisfied they've felt and charmed they've felt going to the theater in many years.
I'm so proud of us, of all of us, because we really worked hard in the play, and Charles' work is fantastic, and it's amazing when I look at what the script was then and what the script is now, light years, and it's very fun. It's such a blast to be on stage with the rest of the cast. They're all great. Richard Masur, David Garrison, Julie Halston, and Marsha Jean. You know, everyone is like a different musical instrument. We all have a different tempo, a little bit different pitch and tone. So it's like doing a little fugue up there. I love being on stage with all of them.
This particular group of people really did click well together, and it's like playing a five-way tennis match, because you hit the ball and it comes right back at you from whoever you hit it to, and it's just great fun. I remember plays like this when I was a kid, sort of the New York Boulevard comedy. Nobody's writing these things anymore. New York audiences and the Bridge and Tunnel crowd love this show. It's a little inside, but that's what makes it so much fun for people who live here or live in the tri-state area, as we say.
Being an actress, a New York actress, a Jewish actress, there's a lot of in it that one can identify with, not on a deep level. I mean, because I am not bitter. I have a wonderful career and a wonderful life, and a husband and love, and Olive has none of that. You know, she's very disappointed. But also, I think that the thing that got me is that it's funny. You know, you hear that rolling laughter every night, the laughter that starts with recognition and gets recognized even more and gets bigger and bigger and bigger and keeps going like an ocean wave, you know. There's nothing like it.
The audiences just love the play. They laugh out loud, like guffaw. I mean, and of course there are moments like the Seder scene, which people are just on the floor, and then, you know, there are more deep and heartfelt moments that really touch audiences, and I think that's the combination that he can get. It's not just a laugh out loud comedy. There's a real, honest, truthful story underneath, and all of you appreciate it many different levels, and it's very exciting.